Welcome back to the channel, and oh my god, what a series, Lupin. Oh my god, it's so smart. But never mind that, we're talking about what I've done, my favourite tag teams, my favourite current day wrestlers, and today I'm talking about my current favourite legends, wrestling legends, who are my favourite, people who are retired, you know, stuff like that, the era before us that paved the way for so many. Probably the best era in wrestling, the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, stars from all these eras. So let's like, subscribe, superkicks.com, code DWE for naughty 10% off, and let's get straight into the video. Number 5, The Undertaker. He obviously retired this year, and what a wrestler he was. You go down as the greatest of all time. Just says that appeal is all over the world. It's got, as you know, I got a poster there. I just wait for a canvas to hang up. I've got an Undertaker cup. He made a gimmick, a dead man who's come back to life from Death Valley. Like, how's anyone believe that? He made it believable. The streak is so many iconic matches, moments, feuds, storylines, matches with HBK, matches with Triple H. You know, he's done it all in wrestling. I think his career, his longevity. Over 30 years he retired. A 30-year career, and he wrestled through majority of it. It's ridiculous how good. And he always knew how to reinvent himself as well. You know, he always knew when to change his character. Like we saw, he went from the Undertaker to the American Badass Undertaker. You know, in the end, he had a hybrid of the two when he retired. He always knew when to change his character, what's the right thing to use. Promos are class. Even later towards his career, he put on classic matches. You know, his match with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 32 was fantastic. His matches with Brock Lesnar in 2015. Undertaker is just such one of the best. He's probably the best ever to do it. But a wrestler, an old legend, Ric Flair. I got the shoes. He revolutionised the way your characters are. Because, like, for him, he's an idol to a lot of rappers, Conor McGregor. You can see, like, the way he carried himself was what he set up back in the day. You know, the kiss stealing, limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling dealing. You know, all of that. His persona is idolised by so many people. And obviously, he's massive for pop culture still today. And he obviously is the most world championships, and just the way he carried himself, his character, everyone wanted to be like Ric Flair. And for me, he's just one of the best ever to do it. Now this one, they're not as notorious, but still fairly, Kurt freaking Angle. For a start, he won a gold medal with a broken neck. He's legit. He's a legit athlete, wrestler, fighter, warrior. And also with Kurt Angle, he was so diverse in his character. He knew when to be serious. He knew when to be goofy. Like, he never failed to make you laugh. Like that rap battle with John Cena, he remixed the Shawn Michaels thing. And then when he got to the ring, so he could do all these goofy segments, but then as soon as he got into the ring, he will know a million different ways to get you in an ankle lock. And the matches he put on, honestly, it's a shame for he did have a big substance problems. But he still managed to make a really good career for himself. I mean, went to TNA and you had Main Event Mafia. Like, he was insane. Main Event Mafia was such a good faction. They should bring it back the current day. I think it'd really work. Yeah, Kurt Angle, countless matches. HBK, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. You know, and like, he's just such a good wrestler. He understands the business like no other. So Kurt Angle, my third favourite legend. Then let's get on to the top 2. Now, HBK. Who doesn't love Shawn Michaels? Like, I remember my mate said he had to take a day off school the day he retired because he was that upset. And that just shows the level of how many people loved him. The way he carried himself, his persona, it was just, you know, very flamboyant but cool at the same time. You know, DX, you know, it's just a new attitude. We're doing what we want when we want. And his in-ring work back in those days, he was a small man in a big man era. And yet he stood out because he was so good in that ring. So good in that ring. Kurt Angle. Matches with The Undertaker. He had those matches with The Undertaker at the end of his career. Some best matches. Them two matches go down as one of the best ever. You know, Ric Flair, retired Ric Flair. That's Sorry I Love You. He made one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. And then he knew how to be goofy as well. He had, you know, I remember this promo and it's like the acts were told to stop swearing and then he inadvertently swears. And he's like, I remember when he goes, with the assistant and he stayed up all night, as he said. And like, you know, and he super kickstand. I just kickstand. Just so many moments. And he had everything perfect from his ring gear to his entrance to his official retirement, which was in 2010, which is uncounted. I'm not counting the Saudi. So, you know, the entrance, I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. You know, Pyro, he's on his knees praying almost. Oh, perfection. That's why he goes on one of the best. That's why so many people want to see him still today. After even 11 years after retirement. But my number one favourite legend of all time is why I love wrestling. Triple H. Because I still seen a lot of him wrestle. Like, I started watching wrestling in 2015 at WrestleMania 31. And for me, like, I knew nothing about wrestling watching WrestleMania 31. I don't have a clue about any of the old stories, any who's who. Obviously, you knew some of the guys just because, like, I knew John Cena and knew Undertaker, but I never actually watched them. And my favourite match for WrestleMania 31, bear in mind, I don't know anything about how matches work, was Triple H vs Sting. Really, for me, I just thought, wow, that's entertaining. And then, obviously, you learn about the history, and Triple H just everything from his entrance, the water spit, the way he looks, the Motorhead music, and then you go back in time and you just really think, wow, he was something special. Yeah, I really loved the year 2015 was a great year for me, in my opinion, for wrestling. Well, because I started watching it, and honestly, it's more enjoyable to watch wrestling when you're not thinking about, oh, how's this storyline going to play out? Like, people need to just isolate wrestling more and watch it for what it just is. Two people staging a fight for your entertainment. Like, I don't care if he's always old, he's not going to get, we should get new stars over. You know, you're looking at two legends in the ring with Triple H saying, oh, it should have been the Undertaker, or was it W, you know, that's a load of crap. You know, if it was the Undertaker this thing, then Paul Bray Wyatt would never have that match with the Undertaker. So, you know, I think that's why Triple H, everything interesting, and he still have killer matches. His feud with Seth Rollins, till this day, since I've been watching wrestling, and now just coming up to 6 years I've been a fan. Triple H for Seth Rollins is one of the best storylines I've ever witnessed in WWE. For a start, him always being in the authority, and then Triple H feeling like, because of his injury, he spat it all in his face, and he waited for the right time to cost him when he turned on him in that fatal 4-way on Raw. And then he just bided his time again, and Seth Rollins showed up to NXT TakeOver. They had a killer match. Stephanie McMahon got put through a table, like. You know, his match with Roman as well. A lot of people hated that match, but that's just smart because I wouldn't accept Roman as the guy. And look how it's turning out now. He is the guy. That was brilliant. You know, Roman's being Stephanie. You had the storyline. Triple H really cool, like, skull entrance. And, like, hopefully he has one more final decent match. But yeah, that and Triple H is my favourite legendary wrestler. You know, storyline with Daniel Bryan, The Undertaker. There's so many, and he never turned his back on the business like some legends go off to do films. Triple H didn't. He stayed. Did NXT, probably build the future. Well, let me know who are your favourite legends. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.